Gentlemen, today is a little bit more of a sensitive topic. I wanted to cover... Oh, my word, don't stop barking now. I wanted to cover the topic of masturbation and why it's wrong. Because for me, I used to really struggle with this topic. And the reason being was because I was stuck in the perpetual falling of masturbation. And it is a sin. And I didn't know that. And so I thought it was maybe okay to do. So that's why I kept doing it. So the bigger struggle for me was being like, oh, it's not particularly wrong. Nothing in the Bible says masturbation is wrong, and that's true. Nothing in the Bible necessarily specifically says that masturbation is a sin. So I even did research at one point, and I struggled to find anything that said that masturbation was a sin, because every time I'd find a video or something that was explaining that masturbation was a sin, it was always linked to masturbation to pornography. And those were never linked for me. Although I was addicted to porn at one stage, it was a while ago, and it was much outside of masturbation. For me, I had porn and then masturbation. They were not linked. So the point I overcame masturbation was realizing that it's a sin. And this is how I realized. I realized that the scientific definition of masturbation, you can look up the science of... Now, if you're thinking, Kathan, this is science. We're not talking science. We're talking biblical facts. Well, God created everything, and science gives us an understanding of some of what He's made, meaning science points to God, meaning science is right. So, that argument out of the window. If you can look up scientific definition of masturbation, and it means to have sex with yourself. Okay, that's a new perspective. Now masturbation isn't just fiddling with yourself, you're having sex. What does the Bible say about that? Sex outside of marriage, whether that's homosexual or heterosexual or any form of sex that is not in the covenant of marriage, is labeled as sexual immorality or fornication, which is a sin, which is the equivalent of committing adultery in God's eyes. Those dogs are really going for it. Gentlemen, every single time you masturbate, you are having sex with yourself. And you are not someone who is married to yourself. Only your future partner is married to you, not yourself. So as much as you think that you're one person, so you married yourself, no. You're kind of half a person, and you get married to another person one day. Your second half. Sex outside of marriage is a sin. Sex with yourself is having sex outside of marriage. So gentlemen, I hope this planted some conviction in you. If you do masturbate on a regular basis, or just masturbate at all, stop, because it's a sin, and it is clearly stated in the Bible that it is. And I didn't bring my phone because I can't read the verse because I didn't bring my phone. I was meant to, but it's 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9 to 10. 9 and 10. Read that. That explains why sex outside of marriage is the wrong thing. And why it's sexually immoral, and how it mentions that those who commit sexual immorality will not enter the kingdom of the Lord. Gentlemen, thanks for listening. I hope it's healthy conviction, and I hope you'll do something about it. And remember, if you're struggling, just try harder, because no is always an option. Thanks, gentlemen. Peace. Oh, and remember to live for God, because why else would He live?